What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Rare Reed here. First of all, I gotta say this: following the will of God, it is always my intent to lead and guide you to your higher self. Therefore, I am always in the right place at the right time, showing up to give you value so you can prosper even as your soul prospers. So, with that being said, it's 11:11, y'all. It's 11:11, and I was sitting here thinking I just got through doing a couple of other videos with one other. I did another one earlier today, but anywho, I've been seeing all signs, miracles, and wonders all day long. From 11:44, I haven't called 11:11 today, but when I say I didn't call 11:11 for the last 3 to 4 days, in the morning and at night, like just random, like let me call such and such and it's 11:11, like stuff like that, or just, y'all know what I'm saying, just catching it. But I called 11:44 today, sign. Then I was stopped, and all of a sudden, it's November now, and it's cold where I'm at. A little bee literally came this close to my windshield when I stopped and just kind of like, hey, right past me. So then when I sat down to start doing this video, I'm gonna see if I can get her out of here. She a little scared, but she can kind of tell I ain't gonna do nothing to her. A gold ladybug. Here she go. A gold ladybug, y'all. She was over here in my workspace. Signs, miracles, and wonders. Ooh, there she go. I done knocked her out. But anywho, she crawling across. So I got to put her back in her thing, in this little thing, until I figure out what I'm going to do with her so she don't, because it's cold outside and I don't want her to die. But anywho, and that's what the spirit, the universe is saying. If you connected with me on YouTube, we can just go straight to it. Freedom is always follows the truth. When you become your true authentic self, that's when you are free to create. That's when you are free to that's when the universe will just be there. Like, you know how they tell you, we didn't know how we was gonna do it, we just went for it and everything just fell into place. That's how this is gonna go. And I used these cards on my last reading, and at first I wasn't gonna use them. And when I decided that I wasn't going to use them on, because I had just used them on another reading, I tried to strike a match to burn some Palo Santo just to make sure I had positive energy. And the match broke in half. I ended up breaking my nail, so I had to fix it. And the fire from the flame from the matchstick breaking fell on me, and it burned me in 2 places, right? And I was a little like, but when I sat down, that's when the spirit just showed me this card on this deck. What I just read to y'all. Freedom always follows truth. And when I burned myself, I was just telling God, like, you know how they tell you to be careful what you pray for, because you just might get it. And this is what I prayed for. I prayed to be able to deliver these messages to you all, because I didn't have anybody to deliver them to me when I needed it the most. And so you know how those things can go. We will become what we needed. We will become the thing that we needed to get through things, to figure things out. And that's what I decided to do. I decided to become the thing I needed to get through things. So with that being said, these cards are called Truth Bomb. The Truth Bomb deck. And it's on the front of the deck. It says, look your desires in the eye. Look at the things you prayed for in the eye. The opportunity is right here. It's the 11:11 portal. Whatever it is you're supposed to do, start. And I know it's Mercury retrograde happening at the same time, and it can be miscommunications. It's not a miscommunication when you in divine alignment. It's not a miscommunication when you living in your truth. It could be glitches in your technology. It could be misunderstandings. And it could be relationships you need to decide if you're going to keep them. And if you're going to keep them, set up the necessary steps, protocol to make them flourish, or go ahead and get in divine alignment and let them go. So, like this card says, your body knows. We understand now that the disease in our body is really just a dis-ease, a disconnection, a dis-ease in our spiritual alignment and who we are and who we have been created to be. So, with that being said, I'm going to grab a couple of messages real quick from this deck for you, my loyal family, my loyal friends, my loyal loves. And let's see what we got. It says, recalibrate what you're willing to compromise on. And I got that before. And I think that's because, you know, a lot of us, it's a lot of different rabbit holes that you can go down, even with spirituality. And I can see, because I have been awakened since I was a small child, but I could see the patterns even then, even when I got stuck in a loop. And I ain't gonna say got stuck, even when I chose to stay in a pattern because of friends, family, I didn't know everything. And that's the thing. You get hooked up with people like the last thing that you were afraid of. And the one thing I was afraid of was giving all of my good years, you know how they tell you, your good years, to a person that didn't truly love me. And that's exactly what happened, because I wasn't willing to face the fear of what this relationship really was. And, you know, like I said, I've been awakened since I was a small child. And when you're a small child and you trying to figure things out, I equated it to time. If I spend this, because you know how you will see people in a marriage or a relationship when you're a small child, and then all of a sudden somebody will get it together and you thinking, okay, they're going to live happily ever after. So as I got older, I still had that same understanding. And that's what you're saying. You got to recalibrate what you're willing to compromise. You got to recalibrate the things in your belief system, how you understand things to be, because relationships are everything. The same cards fell out. Anyway, a few of the same cards fell out, so I guess that's what needed to be said. It says relationships are everything, because these are the ships that take you to the different docks. These are the things that's going to take you to the different opportunities. So you want to make sure that you're in relationships that will take you to the opportunities that will best serve your higher good or your higher self. It said all art involves risk. All creation, you are the art. You are the author and the finisher of your faith. You are the creator, the co-creator of your masterpiece, of your movie, of your script. So it requires risk for you to be you. And then we got on her, give people a chance to rise to the occasion. Give people a chance to rise to the occasion, because you know a lot of millionaires, a lot of people are being made, created, and they feel like if you don't follow their formula, then you ain't about nothing, when they needed a chance. So if you are somebody in a position who can give somebody a chance, then you should give them a chance to rise to the occasion. That's why the universe, the Holy Spirit, gave you the opportunity to kind of be in position to help somebody up. But if you so comfortable being in an authoritative position or role or having a certain title, then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to give people, not even a person, a chance to rise to the occasion, because your ego has stepped in. It says you'll do it when you're ready. And that's what I mean. It's 11:11, and people can tell you to manifest all day long. But you will manifest when you ready, when you have faced all your fears. Because that's the thing, like they telling you to manifest when you trick your brain, and that's what I'm saying. When I decided to stay stuck in the pattern, I didn't know that they was trying to break my spirit to make me fearful. Because that's the only thing that can stop you from manifesting. They want to make you fearful. I was always one of them people. I wasn't afraid of nobody, nothing. I just felt like, hey, can't nobody beat my, butt. So, and even if they can, I could take one. I could take one because I had already been through so much. But when you heal early, and I was in high school healed, in my early 20s healed, I just ran into a lot of people, but I still had that one fear because of the, growing up, you seeing different relationships. So each relationship was for me to face my fear, but I didn't understand that part of it because a child, young 20s, and sometimes what you praying for, the divine don't want you to understand it till you learned all the lessons, because you have prayed for a certain thing. You have prayed for a certain outcome. You have prayed for your life to be a certain way. And so until you accomplish all of the, I don't want to say titles, but till you accomplish, let's say, certificates, passed all the grades, tests, until you have grounded yourself from the from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, have been in alignment to what you have asked for, you're going to keep experiencing that. Unless you control, alt, delete, and decide what it is I want to keep, what it is I made up when I was a kid, a child, immature. That's the word. When I was immature. Now that I'm mature, what is it that I want to control, alter, or delete? What is it that you can control in your life, in your thought process, in your mind? What is it that you need to alter in your mind? And what is it that you need to delete? And that's what it's saying. You'll do it when you're ready. You will get rid of people when you're ready to live a successful life. When you're ready to, come hell or high water, leave a legacy for your children. When you're ready to break the cycles, when you're ready to break the curses, you will do it. You will interrupt anxiety with gratitude, because like they tell you, long as you got breath in your body, you got a chance to change your life. Breath in your body. Long as you can think yourself out of paraplegic. You can think yourself out of a bad situation. You can think yourself out of poverty. You can change your mindset. You can think yourself out of I can't create. You can decide what it is you like and then create. You can think yourself into a new outcome. Let's take one more from this deck. You're on the verge of a miracle. Miracle, signs, and wonders, y'all. That's what I was going to tell you. Miracle, signs, and wonders. We on the verge of a miracle here. And we got to take advantage of it. One more. He said one more. Maybe two. Pay close attention to your fantasies. Pay close attention to your fantasies. What are fantasies? Things that we think are impossible. Things that we want to experience. So pay close attention to those things that you think are impossible, but that you truly want to experience, because you are on the verge of experiencing it. You on the verge of that miracle coming into you. It says, no makes way for yes. What did I just tell you? You can make a way for your life to end up exactly how you have imagined it, dreamed, fantasizing for it to be. Your success will be in direct proportion of the gratitude of relationships in your life. Let me read that again. Your success will be in direct, not indirect, not next door, but in direct proportion to the gratitude of the relationships in your life. That's why you got to be thankful. No matter who, what, when, where, how, it made you the person you are. I'm thankful. I am so thankful. I tell them all the time. I told them the other day on another video. I am thankful. I'm thankful. I love my family. I love my kids. I love how they got here. I love my mom. I love my sister. I love my brother. I love my family. But I'm ready to be successful. Your dignity depends on your will. Fierce but flexible. And I just want to, I could keep going on and on, but I feel like right there, your dignity depends on your will. That's why he tells you you have free will. Can you stand to be successful? It don't matter if you holier than thou. It don't matter if you Sarita Jakes, Sarah Jakes, or Sexy Red. People gonna judge you. And you gotta be okay with that. Because it's your dignity and your will. So what will you do? What are you not gonna do? And then you go from there. And everybody got a choice in the matter. So is there anything else, Holy Spirit, that you want to talk about on this one here? I didn't even get a chance to shuffle. He just kept telling me to pick it up. So let me see if it's one or two that's just want to pop out the shuffle. That's strictly for you. My hands. Anything out of this shuffle or over there? No. Get one more shuffle here. Anything out of here? Nope. Read the bottom of the deck. Conclusions are lethal. The first thing, Lethal Weapon. Y'all know that movie ended good every time. Conclusions are lethal, baby. You can write your own script. And the next thing that was coming to my mind was, it might be time for you to be the villain. Fierce but flexible, remember. And it ended up on her again. This is what we started with. You first, but you got to be flexible. It's all right for you to be the villain in somebody else's story. You might, if you such a good person, you might need to be the villain in yours. These soulmate cards keep calling me, y'all. So let me grab them. And this gonna be the last message, because you know, miracle signs and wonders. Where my ladybug at? Let me check on her real quick. Where you at, girl? Oh, there you go. You okay? Oh yeah, she was asleep. She's like, girl, I done woke her up. I'm sorry, y'all. I had pulled this card the other day, but I didn't get a chance to post it because I was just going to post the words, but I'm going to read it to you. My spirit told me to. It says, in order to cope with separation from loved ones, we need to realize that spiritually, we are always connected to those we love. Neither distance nor time can separate that which is united by love. And that's what I'm saying. You got to have gratitude for the relationships that got you to where you are. And when you have gratitude, you have a genuine love for people. Love is not always just about the tangible things, but love is wanting to see them heal, not only in their physical body, but in their mindset. Heal in their thought process. Heal the things that were traumatic in their lives that got them to be the way that they want to be. And that's the thing. When you truly love somebody, you don't love them to just keep enabling their bad behavior or their toxic ways, but you got to love them to life. You got to love them to look at the fact that they can live life and live it more abundantly. So I don't know if that's what I needed to read to you, or if something else gonna come out, because usually, you know, we pick these cards, we don't just shuffle them. But sometimes I'll be having to lean and shuffle. Is it any? Okay, there it go. It came on out. Okay, one more. This is going to be the last one, y'all. Okay, it says, your smile illuminates my soul. It makes me feel whole. There is no part of me that your love cannot feel. From the first moment we met, I am forever grateful, and I count my blessings each day. Beloved Jewel. I feel like this is, when I was reading it and the Holy, like, I just, in my spirit, this is to somebody, this is how somebody feels about you. Like, you light up people's lives. And that's why the people who carry the light, who are the salt of the world, that's why you have to stand up. Don't be discouraged. Don't be fearful. But stand up knowing that you have all power. The power of the resurrection, the power of the rebirth, the power of the reincarnation, the power of the recalibration, the power of renew, the power of reproduction, that you have the power to reproduce and create the life that you want. And you deserve it. You deserve it. So somebody else can see it in you. They can feel it. They can feel the energy. They are, you made them feel whole. You made them feel whole when you met them. So you stand up and be the whole divine being that you truly are, living this human experience. I am forever grateful for your loving kindness and for your joy and for the joy you bring in my life. You are a gift from the eternal heart of love, a blessing from the most benevolent universe. That's what I'm saying. You are a blessing. You the walking blessing. You are the gift. You are the gift in people's lives. God kept on telling me, I wrote it down, I would go get it, but you trust me. You the one who paid to exist. You are the one God is paying to exist, because the energy that you give people is life changing. It's life altering. The insight, the perspective that you give people changes their life, their lineage forever. It changes their children's lives. So, what this is my favorite line. What we do in life echoes in eternity. Because we all connected here. So I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please, and you know when I say please, it's an ask out of respect, but not a plead out of lack. Please subscribe to this channel. Please share this video. Hype me up. Give me some stars. And if you want to start donating to me, you can. I'm going to go ahead and put my information in my description box, because I have yet to do that, because I'm walking in what I prayed for. So I'm going to give you the game for free, but I give you the hustle for a little bit of change. Cause y'all don't know, baby. Hey. Okay.